without further ado, and as I promised, we are having a conversation with the CEO of Generations for Peace, Lama Hattab. Good morning, وصباح الخير to you.
Sabah al-khair, Dana, and good morning to everyone.
Good morning. All right, so let's get into it. For the people that are first time hearing about Generations for Peace, we've had you over on the show before, but just in case for our first time listeners, tell us a little bit about Generations for Peace. How would you describe the organization and what it stands for?
Thank you very much first. It's great to be here again. And just to jump into your question, Generations for Peace is a Jordanian-based global experience organization that was founded by His Royal Highness Prince Faisal Hussein back in 2007. And we actually one of the very rare organizations that uses sport as a vehicle for peace building and conflict transformation in our mission. And this is in the region and as well within the as well in more than 52 countries. So we've been working actually on empowering leaders of youth from different community to transform conflict and support them to actually reach to the peace that they would like to see in their own communities. And this is through different tools such as sport, art, advocacy, dialogue, empowerment, and media for peace.
Yeah, we were talking about the powerful language for change earlier off air, and we said that Generations for Peace is known for using sports, art, advocacy, empowerment, and media to basically use it as tools for peace, in which I really do feel that it has a great impact, especially with the youth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, definitely. And we all believe that sport does have a great power actually to bring people together. And for us, this is part of our DNA, and this is how the whole organization was established back in 2007 by His Royal Highness Prince Faisal, because he is also a big believer about the power of sport and how sport can really transform conflict and bring a lasting peace.
Excellent. All right, so we're actually here to talk about a specific event that's going to happen on November 14th. And you know what? I want you to announce this. I'm really excited about this because personally I'm very passionate about this particular sport.
Yes, it is very exciting, and we are really very proud to say that we will be organizing the Dead2Red Cycling Race on the 14th of November. This upcoming month, with the collaboration of the Jordan Cycling Federation and Amman Roadrunner, who originally actually was the host and the organizer for this race. But what is unique is that this year we are leading the organization for this race, and because we believe as well of the power of how also sport can bring people together, bring that resilience, and build a stronger community. So the decision was to as well take over this race and support the organization to really bring this iconic, let's say, race into life again. We've been with Amman Roadrunner. The race was established back in 1993, and this year we're going to be actually doing that as a part of Generations for Peace initiatives.
Excellent. A lot of people know about Dead2Red, but I just want to say that a lot of people are also intimidated by Dead2Red, and they say, how can I, as a single person, do 200 kilometers? And I just want you to shed some light on the different categories and, of course, the registration and how can people register?
Yes, great. Yes, it is very intimidating. It's not an easy thing to do. And in the same time, we're talking about a race that is starting from the Dead Sea to the Red Sea, covering the distance, as you mentioned, of 200 kilometers. And we do have several categories that participants or cyclists or riders can actually join in. It is open for all categories. You don't need to be a professional cyclist in order to cover such a race.
Oh, really?
But
you need to have some endurance.
You need to have some endurance, but it's also a nice way to challenge yourself about what is your ability and what you can actually do. So we do have the solo race under two categories, the road bike and the mountain bike, which we call it the open. covering the 200 kilometers. And as well, we do have the team category, which is the up to 4 cyclists. So a team of 2, 3, or 4 maximum can actually join together, form a team, and come and cycle with us in the 14th of November.
Are there rules? So I just did some quick math. The 200 kilometers, a team of 4, that means each person needs to do about 50 kilometers. Do they have to do it in one go, or can they actually do every cyclist would do 10 kilometers and they would do rotations? Because that seems durable.
Yeah, so there is no rule in the way how you're going to actually divide the 200
okay.
kilometers. And I think that would make it even easier for the team to come together and put their own strategy about the way how they would like to finish the race. So we had cyclists before who was like doing 1K, some other...
Oh my God, that would take a long time though.
yeah, but as well, we have some cyclists who decide to actually go all the 50Ks and then rotate.
Right.
But what is really important to mention here is that at the beginning of the race, there will be a regulated time just to ensure the safety and the security for all the cyclists before we open the race. And then the cyclists can have their base according to the way they like actually to put their own strategy and how they can rotate with each other. This is under the team category. But the solo, of course, it is a one shot from the start to the finish.
All right, before we continue, I just want to highlight that the deadline for registration is November 7th. And where can they register?
Yes, the deadline of the registration is coming very soon. So for those who still didn't register, we encourage you to go ahead.
I didn't register.
Oh, you should.
I'm so excited.
And for those who don't know, Dana as well a cyclist.
Used to be. I haven't been on the bicycle for a while.
You can see her in her bike sometimes in the road of Amman. So we hope to see her as well in the start line of the race.
Yes.
So the registration, everybody can register through Sajjalni link. We do have our social media platforms, Dead2Red in Instagram and Facebook, and as well you can go to the Dead2Red website where all the information about the regulations, the rules and the rules as well of the race, and the registration form is open over there. But Sajjalni has the link. Please go ahead and register before the end of the 7th of November.
7th of November is your deadline to register, either if you want to do a solo race or you want to be with a team. All right, so just to continue the conversation, the Dead2Red race with Generations for Peace, now led under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Faisal, supports water and marine conservation projects in Ghor Safi and Aqaba. How does sport connect to that mission?
Yeah. Sometimes people might say like where environment actually, what environment can do with sport, and this is the unique thing. For us to take over this race was also a decision to showcase how our youth in our programs actually is creating a positive change in their own communities, and selecting this important initiative to actually support throughout this race revenue, which is also important to highlight, is also a mechanism to showcase that as well sport event can actually touch the light on some really creative and very excellent work the youth are actually putting in their own community to create that positive change. The issue of climate within let's say Ghor Safi and Aqaba was something that our youth actually picked, and there is also a very nice initiative that our youth is taking over throughout this year in Ghor Safi, in Mazra'a, and in Aqaba, that can as well address different climate issues that is led by the youth for the youth within the community they are coming from.
Wow, very, very impressive. Thank you so much once again. This is going to be Dead2Red, November 14th. Deadline closes on the 7th if you want to register for your solo race or your team race. And of course, we are going to be your media partner. So we are going to be talking a lot about this. Maybe closer to the race, we can have you again to talk about more about logistics and and what's going to be happening in the duration of that entire race. Thank you so much. I just want to ask you one last question. Any last words of the wise? I always ask this to everyone that comes on the show. Any words of the wise to people that are tuning in, whether they want to be part of the race or somehow support, the racers, the teams, or even Generations for Peace?
Yes, that's. Thank you for giving me this chance.
Of course.
And I will say that this year, especially, we are also giving the space to recognize the age category. So we're opening the race for years of from 16 years old for the solo and 14 years old for the team, and we're going to celebrate actually all age categories throughout the race. But also, what is really important actually to ask the audience now is, if you still didn't register, please go ahead. The time is still open for the registration. Come together and form your team that can actually bring that connection between you and your teammates, and in the same time live that experience. Mm-hmm. It's a nice experience that maybe I also took part in previously, and I totally believe that it's gonna actually bring a lasting memory within your teammates. So come and register and be with us on the 14th of November, because it is a chance to as well move and cycle with us.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to be there. Maybe not moving the entire time, but I will definitely be there in full support. Maybe I can grab myself a Bliss jersey and represent Bliss as a whole. Once again, thank you so much for being part of Rise and Shine, for shedding light on Generations for Peace, for shedding light on Dead to Red. Once again, guys, the deadline is on the 7th of November. You can head on over to either Dead to Red's social media, their website, or even Sajilni's website. And I know Radio Bliss Joe, we are going to put all the links that you need to register your team, or if you're just interested to kind of follow the race, then hey, why not? We would love another cheering hand.
Thank you, Dana. Really, we're looking forward. And at the last, I would like really to thank Rai Group as well for being part of this race as a partner, and in the same time, all the sponsors that actually bringing this race to life. Ayla as a title race holder, تويوتا المركزية, أسيزا, شركة تطوير العقبة, شركة البوتاس العربية, and all other sponsors who's supporting us to make this race a successful race.
Well, it is an absolute honor to be your media partners for this particular event, and hopefully many more events in the future. And once again, thank you so much. This was a beautiful interview. Lama Hattab, CEO of Generations for Peace. We did discuss everything that you need to know about Dead to Red. Once again, deadline is on the 7th. Guys, what are you doing? Park your car. Head on over to Sajilni and register your team. If you have any questions whatsoever, please go ahead, send me a WhatsApp 079 1043 104.